Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market update for Wednesday, May 4th. Stocks are off to a relatively slow start today as investors react to quarterly earnings from several big names and some new data on the labor market. First to the economic news. Automatic data processing reported that private sector employers added 179,000 jobs last month, the smallest increase since November. But separately, outplacement firm Challenger Gray & Christmas said U.S. layoffs fell to around 36,500 in April. That was fewer than expected and the third lowest in 16 months. The readings come ahead of Friday's closely watched government employment report. It's expected to show an increase of about 185,000 non-farm payrolls, and the unemployment rate likely held steady at 8.8%.
On the corporate front, it's not just earnings news that's grabbing investors' attention. We're also seeing some consolidation in the food and semiconductor sectors. ConAgra Foods is offering to buy RALCorp Holdings for $4.9 billion in cash, plus the assumption of $2.5 billion in debt. ConAgra had previously made a smaller cash and stock offer for the packaged food company. The new bid represents a nearly 32% premium over RALCorp's closing price just before the original proposal. Right now, RALCorp is jumping 8% and ConAgra is rising more than 3%. But the day's biggest winner might be Varian Semiconductor Equipment Associates. It's jumping more than 50% after agreeing to a $4.9 billion buyout from Applied Materials. This is just the latest deal in the chip sector. Last month, Texas Instruments bought National Semiconductor for about $6.5 billion. Applied Materials is gaining about 1% in early trading.
While the companies involved in that M&A news are all trading higher, some of the biggest names out with earnings today are losing ground. For instance, Time Warner is dropping 1.5%, despite beating estimates with its adjusted profit. The media giant also affirmed its outlook for the full year and said television advertising remains strong. But Time Warner's bottom line was hurt by a decline in revenue at its Warner Brothers movie studio. However, the news is better elsewhere in the media industry. Shares of CBS are soaring 6%, tops on the S&P 500. After yesterday's closing bell, the television network said it swung to a profit that was well above analyst estimates and doubled its quarterly dividend to 10 cents a share. And Comcast is slightly higher, following a 9% increase in its first quarter net income. The country's biggest cable operator saw strong demand for its video and broadband services and solid results from NBC Universal. Later today, we'll get quarterly results from News Corp along with MetLife and Prudential Financial.
Running down a few of the day's other earnings movers. Kellogg is dropping nearly 2% after its profit fell short of expectations. However, the food giant did raise its sales forecast for the full year. Meanwhile, Las Vegas Sands is tumbling 6%, and First Solar is falling 5%. Both of those companies missed estimates after Tuesday's closing bell. But Green Mountain Coffee Roasters is surging 20% after its quarterly earnings and sales beat expectations. The company also raised its financial targets for the full year and set plans to sell an additional 7.1 million shares. That's the latest from Weiss Research. Have a great trading day.